Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Man, what one hell of a day it's been. It started out about 5 o'clock in the morning for me. I ended up having to work until about 1 o'clock, drive back home, and then drive 150 miles up here to Philly, but it's been well worth it. And I got to tell you, thank you everybody for joining in. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see the names and stuff on here, and I'm a little bit tired, but I definitely wanted to get online here. I apologize if the feed wasn't real good at the draft. Unfortunately, you know, when you got a couple 100,000 people around, you're not going to get a great signal out there. But we did what we could. I got to tell you, I'm excited about the pick, and it's kind of funny because as soon as the pick happened, Benet Emery, the guy who I'm on the Benet Emery show, of course, on Monday nights, I said I would love to see the Dallas Cowboys take taco and make it Taco Sundays. You guys know I've done some videos with prospects, and I said I would love to have Taco Sundays with Taco Charlton. To me, he's raw. Okay, and a lot of people are down on the pick because they say, oh, you know, he's a big guy, he's not that fast, and, you know, he takes plays off, and yada, yada, yada. Well, I got to tell you, here's the thing. He didn't play a lot his junior year. He only played 3 games, but his senior year, he was a beast. I believe 9 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss, and the thing that I like about him is he's big. 277 pounds, 6'5", but he's got a nice lean to him. And what I mean when I say a lean is you don't want to play up high, because when you play up high, it gives more of a target. It gets your chest for the offensive lineman to hit and to be able to push you back. But when you stay low and you have that good lean into the offensive lineman, you're able to make moves one way or the other where you can kind of get away from them. And it also doesn't give a big target for the offensive lineman, and he's got that. And I think that he's going to be a big, big beast on the line, especially under Rod Marinelli. I hope I said that right. I didn't put a T in it. Marinelli, okay? If it's not right, forgive me. You guys know I butcher up names. That's what I do. But I feel really good about that. It's the pick that I've been telling you guys. You build from the defensive line out. A good defensive lineman is better than 2 good cornerbacks. If you can get that quarterback feeling uncomfortable, then it makes it that much easier for the linebackers. He's taking on double teams, which means it's one less guy that can be scraping and going to the linebacker. If you've got a good pass rush that's making that quarterback throw the ball before he wants to, then it's going to end up leading to more turnovers. If you got a guy who can get out there and get to the edge, you know, he's going to do strip fumbles. And if you got a big guy who can tie those things up, it's going to make it that much easier for the other guys on the line. You get the biggest bang for the buck from the defensive line. And I'm happy that that's the way the Cowboys went. And I'm going to eat this potato chip because I'm literally starving. I wouldn't be scared. Here's the thing, Barry. Why are you scared of the Giants' offense? The Giants had one of the worst offenses in the NFL last year. Brandon Marshall is not Brandon Marshall a few years ago. And here's the thing. They had good receivers last year. Yeah, they got rid of Victor Cruz, but Brandon Marshall isn't that much better. You know, he's a little bit better, but there's only so many balls going to go around. What they are right now is a straight passing offense. And Eli Manning is a turnover machine. I'm not scared of the Giants' offense. Their defense, well, they're pretty good. Excuse me for munching on this chip, but damn, that's a good chip. When you're starving, tastes pretty good, especially the salt and vinegar. He's better than Cruz, yes, but he's not that much better. And what he's going to be is more of a cancer on that team because he's not going to get as many balls as he wants to. And they don't have an offensive line, and they don't have a running game. They're one-dimensional, and that's a team you can stop. So that's my thoughts on it. You know, you guys can think differently. You can be scared of the Giants. I'm not scared of Eli Manning because Eli Manning will turn over the ball. Yes, we lost to him twice. If our defensive backs could have held on to the ball at all, I mean, Eli Manning basically threw about 6 picks into guys' hands, but we couldn't hold on to them. So that is a good start on our defensive line. It'll be interesting to see what we do in the second round. I wouldn't mind getting a cornerback right now, but I still would like to get, if there's a good defensive lineman, I'd love to get another one, especially an edge rusher. Well, it's funny. I've got actually a lot of footage and stuff that I've got to put together on videos and things. The Eagles definitely cussed me out a lot. I heard "fuck Dallas" more times than I can bear to remember, but didn't get threatened at least. And most of the time, I actually met some really nice fans and stuff out there, and I can't wait to put some videos together to share with you guys because I had a great time there. The truth be told, if you are really trying to pay attention to the draft, being at the draft is not the place to be because you're not being able to use your Wi-Fi, the internet, and see what's actually happening. You're so much noise that's out there, you can't really see what's going on, know what's going on, know about the trades. I heard about the Washington Redskins the Cleveland Browns were interested in trading for Kirk Cousins, and some of the draft moves and things like that. I still really don't know. Well, I'm sorry you hate Taco, man. Before you guys hate somebody or get down on them, why don't you give them a chance to see what they can do? Because we've had a lot of guys that before they came to Dallas looked like garbage, but given time, put in the right system, they've thrived. So, he's on your team now. Root for him. Hope that he's the best. Don't go ahead and say you hate him. How can you hate the guy who just got here? Well, I agree with you, Jackie. Thanks for joining me. I know it's kind of late because Lord knows it's past my bedtime. Taco might be Greg Ellis. Might be. I think he might be better than that. Well, refill. Mark Holmes, I'll disagree with you on him drafting average players because Dak's not average. Zeke's not average. Anthony Brown's not average. Des Bryant's not average. Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, those aren't average guys. Those are Pro Bowl guys. Sean Lee, that's not an average guy. Give the man a chance, okay? I'm telling you, he's raw, but with the right coaching and time, he will be a beast. You watch. And it's kind of funny because like I was saying, on Monday night on the Benet Emery show, I was saying, I would love to have Taco on the team. Benet ends up calling me up 2 minutes after the pick. He's like, God damn. He said, this is the second year in a row you called the pick. Because I called Dak Prescott last year. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm good at what I do. Guys, I would say relax. Take it easy. How do I feel about Foster being another Randy Gregory? It's possible. Time will tell if he will be or not. The whole Randy Gregory situation. Yeah. Well, here's the thing I'm happy about, at least. Jerry Jones has been forever taking players with injuries and looking as a project. This guy does not have an injury pass. Well, no, he didn't. I'm sorry. He did his junior year. But all of last year stayed healthy. I think you put him on the line. If we happen to get a DeMarcus Lawrence, who's healthy, you get a Tyrone Crawford whose shoulder's healed, you end up getting David Irving playing more snaps than he did and taking that next step. You got Collins there, and you got Tapper. All of a sudden, you've got a pretty good rotation. Oh, my God, no Claiborne? We're better off without Claiborne. Robert, I'm sorry. I'm so sick of people talking about, we lost Morris Claiborne. Morris Claiborne did not do jack crap in his career. In his time in Dallas, he had, 2 interceptions, 150 tackles? For a guy we used a first and a second round pick for? Sorry, he was a bum. Nobody wanted to believe that it was a bad draft pick and a bust, but he was a bust. I am happy, good luck, good riddance, just get the hell out of town. Done with that. So I don't deal with guys who are no longer on our team. He's dead to me. And Jalen Smith, I heard earlier that they're thinking that the nerve will be completely regenerated by the beginning of the season. If that's true and it holds up, Man, that defense could get a whole lot better. Wow, there's a lot of people on here up this late at night. This thing is scrolling through so fast, it's hard for me to keep up. Yeah, well, Brandon Carr, average player, but to me, just did not seem hungry. I would rather go and get some young guys that may make some mistakes, that are hungry and trying to make a name for themselves. And see, that's the key thing you got to understand. In free agency, generally speaking, what happens when these guys go through a contract year, get that big fat contract, go someplace else, you don't see them with the same kind of production that they had before. They end up being kind of fat cats. I'm not going to get hurt. I'm getting paid, or I'm rich and I don't have to, bust myself like I used to. So that's where you get a guy who's young, who's trying to make a name for himself, who's trying to get that big contract. Let them play, balls to the wall and become something that wants to get that big fat check, and you let them go by. New England, as much as I hate New England, that's what they do. Nobody is indispensable other than Tom Brady. They have good players, Pro Bowl players that they'll trade to get more picks because the draft is where it's at. You got to have those draft picks. You got to draft well. This team's turned around because we've had Pro Bowl players in that first round. We haven't done so well in the second round, but the first round has been good. We've been picking up some nice players later on in the draft. If we can get this second round pick this year to be something, it'll be fantastic. Yeah, Buddha and Brian. Yeah, we could forget about it then. What are you guys all doing up this late? Good grief. The screen is going so fast that I can't even keep up with the questions here. Corner in the second round. I wouldn't be mad about a corner in the second round. But with Taco on the board there, you never know. Jerry might say, okay, let's go ahead and go for a tight end or a wide receiver. Don't put it out of the possibility because, Jerry's a wild card. And don't be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys try and move up in the draft and stretch to get a good cornerback or safety if there's a guy that they really like. Wow, that was really, sorry. Chip went down throat, too much salt. I wouldn't be surprised to see them move up to try and get an impact player in the second round. So don't be surprised. Now, I got to tell you, it's going to be great tomorrow. I mean, it was fun being around, walking around the crowds and stuff. Got over 20,000 steps in today. 20,000 steps for this old ass is a lot of steps. But tomorrow we will actually be inside of the draft in a seat. So it's going to be a totally different experience, a totally different feel. I don't know if if they have a Wi-Fi in there or if I'll be able to get a signal in there. Most of the time, the further away I got from the stage, the better signal that I actually had. And once the Eagles, and boy, the Eagles were pissed off about getting a defensive lineman. I've got some clips and stuff that I got to put together for some videos. But literally, there was not a single cheer from any Eagle fan out there, and they literally all did a 180 and marched the hell out of there. So that's going to be kind of interesting. Same thing, the Giants didn't seem really that excited either. But who knows? I'm excited about who we got. It's who I was looking for us to get, and I'm happy he's there, and I hope that I'm right. Westbrook in the third, that wouldn't be too bad. JJ, you're welcome for me. Yeah, no problem, man. I try and hit these. Sometimes I butcher up the names because that's what I do. I butcher up names. There's Ernie, Aren't Pro too. Offsetting, boy, there's a lot of new people I've never seen. Carlos B, Anderson, Chuck Baby. Okay, I'll work on the safeties if I can. Tomorrow morning, actually, they're opening up the doors at 8:30 for first take. I'm thinking about trying to get there about 6 to get in there early because if you don't get in line early, you've got no shot of getting there. So I may be up all night tonight. Just look, it's the off season. There's not a lot of great opportunities to be out there doing stuff. I met a lot of great people today and shot some great videos and stuff and made some more fans. So we'll see how that goes, and I want to take advantage of the situation as best I can and do as much as I can while I'm here. I'll rest when I'm dead. I think I would take King in the second round over Tabor. Well, thanks, Juan. Rebel Raff. Damn. Iron Pro. Daniel. Let's see. I love Daniel. Okay. Damn. This thing's really scrolling through. I can't keep up, guys. How's the sound going right now? I found out that the battery dies pretty quickly out there, and when it does, it does not work real good. So I'm still learning on this thing. I also think I had the gain up too high because it would end up shutting, kind of getting a blank spot if it had too high and hit too loud. Perfect sound, good. You need sleep. Sound good. Yeah, I do need some sleep, but I'm too excited right now to sleep. Thank you guys for all the love and stuff. Mic is fantastic. Yeah, it's heavy too, I gotta tell you. And I actually have a mic stand that I bought yesterday, and like a dumbass, I left it at home. Thank you, Ronnie. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. You're streaming me at the Star. Okay, that's cool. How was it at the Star, man? I bet that was fun. Giants receiving core is deadly. Yeah, but you know what? Their offensive line is deadly for Eli Manning as well. So I wouldn't get too worked up about the Giants right now. I think the Giants are going to be taking a step back from where they were. Yeah, Taco is about 277 and 6'5". I'm telling you, that guy can become a beast if he really wants to be, and he really, really works at his craft. And I think the Cowboys are the great spot for him to be in. The other thing I keep telling you guys about is after the draft, what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of teams that are going to be getting rid of veteran players. They made draft moves and stuff, bringing in a young guy, and that veteran is expendable. Well, come June 1st, we're going to have that extra cash from Tony Romo. We'll probably use some of that to go ahead and tie down Zach Martin to a long-term deal, but we still have a little bit of room to make some moves. We may end up getting rid of our running back, Morris, and creating a few $1 million there along with the Tony Romo money and things. And we may be signing some of these other veterans. So don't worry about these holes that we have. We've actually done a pretty good job thus far value shopping with free agents, guys that are young, guys that are hungry, guys that may have been in the wrong systems that I think are going to end up doing really, really well with our team. And right now, I'm feeling really good about our Dallas Cowboy. Yeah, Doug's free money's there too. And of course, a lot of people talking to people out there, they're worried about your offensive line is not going to be what it was. You lost Doug Free. It was like, yeah, well, I'm more worried about losing Ron Leary. But we brought Collins will be back. So Collins and Leary are about the same. And I think Collins actually has a bigger upside than Leary. Doug Free was not exactly a premier right tackle anymore and had a lot of bad plays. So I think that he can be replaced. My eyes are glazed over probably because this is half rum. But it's all good. We got all day tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be hot. Shout out to all you guys who ended up doing the United Way thing. Unfortunately, the person who's a winner is a New York Giants fan and basically isn't trying to do anything to promote this or do this. He's, I think, 55, 56 years old and sounds like a grumpy old man. Typical Giants fan. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to meet the guy, see the guy, or whatever, but he does have to come over to get his tickets to get into the draft. So I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night after the draft. I'll try and stream during the draft. I think the signal probably was not real good in there. I wish I could have like this kind of a signal at the draft because it's the atmosphere and everything else is like nothing that you can believe. It's one of those things that if you're really trying to focus in on the draft and get all the idiosyncrasies of the draft, you're not getting it at the draft. But when you have all of these fans from all these different teams, the NFL experience, you have, the jerseys that are set up so you can get your picture taken with them. And it's kind of neat that, of course, my jersey 17, thanks to Mike Mosh, who got it here today. My jersey was here waiting for me when I got into the hotel. No, it's not a Quincy Carter. Listen, what Jobu does is every year he gets a new jersey with his name on it. Okay? So I have a 13 jersey, a 14 jersey. They all say CowboyJobu on it. It's not Quincy Carter. And next year it'll be a 18 jersey. So we change it up. Now, the one year that I didn't get one, 2015, and we know how that season worked out. So every year, Mike Mosh knows he's selling me another CowboyJobu jersey because I'm superstitious like that. Yeah, definitely have some rum. I'm definitely have some rum with this, washing down these vinegar chips. Jobu 18. Yeah, but let's get through 17 first, Mike, before we order that 18, okay? Well, here's a funny thing about the draft, though, guys. It's amazing how many guys that you didn't want on your team that they draft and you're upset about and they end up becoming Hall of Famers, and guys that you really wanted on your team end up being busts. It kind of works out that way. Okay, taco sucks. See, I'm not one that's Mr. Negativity. I'm going to look at the positive side. Rudy, if you want to think the taco sucks, well, that's up to you. But I say give the guy a chance first, because there's a lot of guys that come out that look like studs in college and come out and can't bust a grape in the NFL. Is Taco lazy? He has been known to take a few plays off and things, but we'll see what happens when he gets to the NFL. Should we go for Leon? Taco is great. Stop eating tacos then. Well, I can see some taco company or restaurant in Dallas definitely partnering up with him, because if he's a baller and you got a taco in your name, you definitely know he's going to get an endorsement. I think Nolan Carroll, here's the thing, all the Eagles fans out there are laughing about Nolan Carroll because he's a press corner. And that's not what the Eagles did. And I think when he gets with the Dallas Cowboys, he can go back to being a press corner, that he's going to be okay. Well, we'll see what happens. You may hate the pick, but you know what? You want to support the guy because he's now on your team. And that's the thing that drives me crazy about guys who are Tony Romo fans and can't stand Dak Prescott and keep saying, I can't wait for him to fail. Really? Because here's the thing. Whether you like him or not, you want the guy to succeed, because if he succeeds, then the Dallas Cowboys succeed. And that's what we want. We want the Dallas Cowboys to win. I don't care who's on the team as long as they're playing well. And that should be the attitude. Hey, this guy's a Dallas Cowboy. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm going to root for this guy to win, you know? So stop with the hate. Give the guy a chance. Let's see what he does. Because there's a lot of guys we've had that we didn't think much of. You know, let's say Dak Prescott. There are a lot of people out there that said, Dak Prescott. Skip Bayless. He thought Cardale Jones was better than Dak Prescott. Didn't love the pick at all until he came out and became a baller. Now all of a sudden everybody's on the bandwagon. Okay? Were you happy about Anthony Brown being picked up last year? No. But look what he did. So give the guy a chance, an opportunity. Somebody's writing in Japanese or Chinese. I can't tell what that comment was, but wherever you are, thank you for joining. I was going to end this, but we've got almost 200 people online right now, and how annoying are people in Philly? Philly people, they have the reputation of being rowdy and haters and so on, and I think most of them just want to live up to that reputation. Most of them are really nice people, and I got to tell you, I met some really, really nice ones, although I've got to share this one guy, and I feel bad about doing it. But this Eagle fan was literally so drunk. He fell out. I mean, just on the, stumbling around, boom. And they asked if he's all right, and he goes, yep, I'm okay. And he was literally asleep on a tree. Finally, the police came over, asked him if he was okay, and they kind of swept him up and took him off someplace. Hope the guy's okay. But I had a lot of chants of Dallas sucks, or, they give me the look like, you're a Cowboy fan. It's like, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan here, spending money to help your city, okay? How's the food over there? I'm over by the convention center, and they have kind of like this whole eatery on the first floor. And we went in there close to closing when we first got here. And I had like a sliced pork sandwich. It was okay, but it's kind of dry. The one thing I've noticed about Philadelphia is they don't put a lot of sauces on things. You know, you get the cheesesteaks from Pat's and Geno's and all that, and they put the cheese whiz on there, they put the meat on there, and that's it. It's like, give me some mayonnaise or some Russian dressing or some mustard or put something on there. You know, I like it nice and wet and juicy. I don't like no dry sandwich. So at the moment, I'm literally starving because that's the only thing I had other than these chips. And I was going to order a pizza, but right now they're kind of busy and they're saying it'll be about 50 minutes, although, heck, I've been on here 25 minutes. The pizza would have just about been here had I ordered it. Got people, somebody on, I missed it. Taco's got his time 40 down to 4.8 since the combine. Well, that's great to hear. Well, hello, Marco from Mexico. We got lots of friends in Mexico. I hope Eli's eating bachaco. Oh, man, I'd like to get a corned beef sandwich right now. Oh, Lordy. Order it now, and we got you talking. Yeah, still 50 minutes for pizza. That's still a long time. Well, thank you, Anderson, for watching, man, and support. You guys have been fantastic. You know, I can't believe how much this whole thing has grown. It's been great doing this stuff, and like I said, it was great because, and I'll share some of the videos and stuff of people. So if you met me tonight and I copied a video of you guys, don't worry, I'm going to get it shared with you, shared on the channel. Probably won't do any editing tonight, and probably going to be getting up in a few hours so I can try and troll Stephen A. Smith. But it was great meeting some of you people, and it's kind of funny to me because people are like, I know you, and it's like, who, me? How do you know me? It's like, oh, Jobu. It's really kind of cool. It's kind of freaky, to be honest with you. Josh Manning, I'll go upstairs, take a shower because I have been out in the heat walking around because I'm probably kind of ripe right now. But I'm so excited. I don't really think I'm going to sleep much. What was my biggest surprise today? That we actually got taco. That I was talking about getting taco on Monday. Actually, I've been talking about taco for a couple of weeks, and that they actually draft them. So I'm kind of surprised by that one. I'm kind of surprised that I've been walking around in Philadelphia all day with Dallas Cowboy gear on, and I haven't had my ass kicked as many Eagles fans as I've seen out here. Definitely will troll Stephen A. And I do want that pizza, man. I got to be honest with you, because they had a meat lovers, sausage, pepperoni, ham on it, bacon. Like, man. And I said, how long is it going to take? About 50 minutes. Oh, that's too long. Shock of the day, the Bears definitely trading up. Some teams just don't get it. Pizza does sound great. My son, he's tired. He's upstairs. He went up, took a shower, jumped into bed. My wife's upstairs asleep, and of course I'm down here talking with you guys. Again, I've actually, when I get off here with you guys, I've got to start looking at all of the feeds and stuff about what really happened, because like I was saying, when you're at the draft, you're kind of in a bubble. You're not getting your normal feed and stuff. Yeah, tight end for the Giants, just what they needed. And they needed offensive lineman or running back. Here it is, the Browns. Why does the Browns always have 2+ picks in the first round every year, and yet they still suck? Basically, if you're an NFL player, I don't know that you want to go to Cleveland. First Take. They're always talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys picks and things. But have you noticed how Stephen A. Smith is kind of slowly coming around to the Dallas Cowboys? Now it's not the team. It's not Dak Prescott or Des Bryant that I don't like. It's the fans, the delusional Dallas Cowboy fans. Yeah, okay. Right, Stephen A. So if the Cowboys continue to win and start going deep in the playoffs, Super Bowl, I guarantee you he's going to become a Dallas Cowboy fan. But did you notice about ESPN? ESPN literally fired or let go 100 different sports personalities. part of the reason is because of shows like this one. What they're realizing is people aren't tuning into ESPN like they used to. And I think part of it is that it just doesn't seem legit anymore. A lot of it just seems like fake juice. And they're realizing that online stuff is working better than the good old ESPN stuff. So go figure. Ed Warder and Trent Dilford was also fired too. So yeah, they're doing some major shakeups, and this isn't the first time they've let people go. They've been trimming shows and trimming stuff down. They'll probably start getting rid of some of their channels here before too long. Well, Stephen A. Here's what Stephen A. is. Stephen A. is that show is a reality show. You know, it's the baby mama drama type stuff because that's what he does. He wants to start crap because whether you like it, what he said, or you hate what he said, you're going to talk about it. I talk about it. You know, I hate to say it, but I actually enjoy the show because I like proving him wrong. You know, but as long as you go into the show knowing Topper's going to be is close to being 100% right now. At least that's what I'm hearing. So he should be ready by training camp to go full go. But as long as you understand what you're getting with First Take, then it's okay. You take it with a grain of salt. It's going to be completely biased against the Dallas Cowboys. Well, Mike and Mike, I don't think they'll split up. Mike and Mike is one of the best shows. Unfortunately, they don't get the love that they should get. Well, it's funny because when I say that First Take steals a lot of my material, people say, yeah, why would they steal your stuff? You're a nobody, and they've got such and such many, followers. Well, okay, you say so. But it's funny because a lot of times, I swear, I'll do a post or something, and a couple of days later, I will see somebody else will have done the exact same thing. It's like, I put that up in a video before. And I put up Monday night on the Bidet Hammer Show. In fact, a lot of you guys were here live streaming when I said it. I said I think the Cowboys are going to get taco and make it Taco Sundays. I said it. I'm not going to lie about that. Probably missed by his bed. Okay. God, the stream is rolling through so fast. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have to look and see who got picked up because I missed a lot of the picks and things between trying to get a signal, get online and things like that. I'll be honest. Basically, I know about the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Redskins, and, of course, the Cleveland Browns. Outside of that, I've got to go back through and do some homework tonight. And speaking of that, I think, even though I've got so many of you on here, I hate to get off of here, but I do need to, it's 1 o'clock, do need to go up here, clean myself up, get some rest, get up at about 4 o'clock and start doing some work if I'm going to go to First Take. Jordan Willis wouldn't be too, I don't think Jordan Willis will be that bad. I have to do some more research on him. Right, yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. It's like, why are we still talking about Tony Romo? Okay, Tony Romo was great when he was playing. He did some amazing things on the field. He was a good quarterback, a great player for the team, but he's not playing anymore. Get over it. Let's deal with the draft right now. We're bringing in new players for the team. Let's deal with the guys that we have, Dak Prescott and stuff. Okay, move on from Tony Romo. And I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. So, friends, thank you guys for all watching, commenting, subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Thank you for following along, and hopefully I will see you guys if you're here in Philadelphia at the NFL Experience or at the draft. I'll probably be there early in the afternoon, so I'll go ahead and definitely let you guys know where I'm at. So if you're around, I can definitely hook up with you. Thanks again, friends, and have a great night.